from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. Because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Oh, here we go again. Kaboom goes the dynamite. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. You gotta like that. Already halfway through the week. But first, Mr. Drew Brees. He is correct as usual. This is New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome to the program, Crescent City and beyond. Let's do this thing. Your drive time home radio program, your afternoon television program, your anytime social media program. Thanks for checking us out on X, Twitter, all X. We're also on YouTube. You can follow us on X at Corey Johnson. You can click to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson. Doesn't cost you a thing. Little after 6 o'clock, right when the program ends, you can check out the podcast via Spotify. And also check out the program after the fact at 6 o'clock every day. Yesterday's program, last week's program, last month's program. Monday, we had John Sumrall on the show, and a lot of Tulane fans still checking that out. About 15 minutes into Monday's program, a good 15 minutes with John Sumrall. Yeah, you can check that stuff out on X and YouTube. And we've got some short clips posted just about every day. The latest and greatest, some John Sumrall, some Billy Nungesser clips. Check them out on 5 different social media platforms: X, YouTube, also Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. A little cloudy out there, a little overcast, but about 62 degrees. Nothing wrong with that. Tomorrow, we hit a high of around 73 for about the next week and a half. I mean, we're going to have a little Coolio front come in on tomorrow night, Friday. Drop the temperatures just a little. But essentially from now through like Christmas, which is a week from tomorrow, 8 days away, Christmas. Pretty much waking up every day to about 57 degrees, like high 50s in the morning, and then kind of warming up into the 60s and getting to about 73 every day for like the next week, week and a half. Through Christmas, 8 days away. Unbelievable. What's maybe more unbelievable than that? 15 days till the new year. 15 days till 2026. A lot of folks are looking for, New Year's resolutions. I was talking to a guy over at the gym. He's like, dude, come January, it's going to be packed. And I remember last year, it's like pretty much every gym class that I'd go to in January was booked. And then by February, a few openings. And by March, kind of close to back to normal. And definitely by April, kind of back to business. But yeah, a lot of New Year's resolutions taking place. Folks want to have a better diet, eat healthier, exercise, goals financially, goals at work, goals in life, goals in life. I'm a realistic individual. I'm single. My goal in 2026 to find a girl and marry her and have children all in 2026 because it's within my control. I was telling someone the other day, I'm like, he's just like, dude, never get married again. I'm like, dude, you're going to get married again. You may not. You may not. It's all beyond our control. I go, I'm not looking to get married. I'm not looking to get married. I'm not looking to have children. I'm not looking to have children. Yeah, even at my age, I'd have a kid, but I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for marriage, but I'm sure I will bump into some female that I'm attracted to and we'll start dating and who knows what'll happen. Might break up, might get married. Who knows? All that's beyond my control. So no, none of my goals in 2026 are to find a woman, marry her, and have children. But I know people that think like that. Gonna find a soulmate this month, this year. I'm like, good luck. I was never the type to like go out and, let's go get some girls. It wasn't like it was too much pressure. It was just like, I don't have that kind of game. I'm not that kind of a BS artist, and you need that kind of BS. I mean, could I do it? Probably a little, like you or most people. We can just sit there and lie and make some girl like you and whatever. But, I was like, good luck with that, guys. I'd go out with the guys when they're like, let's go get some women, and no one would. And just on an arbitrary Wednesday night, all of a sudden you got a date and you're dating someone. You better watch. He'll just come up and bite you on the rear end. You people that are in a relationship, stick with it. Grass isn't greener on the other side of the fence. It's just different. That's all. It's not greener. I mean, it's funny, just generally speaking, I'm pretty content. Happy guy. I don't get depressed or bummed out. I'm pretty content and sometimes even like happy. And I'm single. And a lot of married friends, male and female, sometimes will say things like, I'm the lucky one and I'm the fortunate one. And I always try to remind them, I'm like, look, I'm fine. I don't have pity on me. I'm fine. But your situation, being with someone, having kids, to me, that's sort of the normal thing. I'm not Bill Maher, like against relationships, against children, and I like Bill Maher, but I think that's the normal thing. Again, I'm not bummed about it or I'm trying to, when I'm single, I'm pretty content. When I'm in a relationship, I'm pretty content. Not looking to get out of a relationship and be single and not looking to be in one when I'm single. But I was just kind of reminding folks that are in one, stick with it if you can. It's the better situation. And a buddy of mine, like 3 years ago, he's on the dating apps. He's running all over the state, never get married again. He's married again to a great girl, and he's very happy. And I just laugh about it with him now. And he laughs with me. You're right. I'm like, I know I was. I mean, it's not like, brain surgery. I'm some genius. It was just y'all were going against the normal trends of, never going to get in a relationship again, never getting married again. It's like beyond your control, man. Beyond your control. Anyway, 8 days until Christmas. Yeah, you're right. A week from tomorrow. So excited about getting gifts. That's when you were a kid. No, I'm so excited about giving gifts now. Isn't that weird when you get older? More fun giving than receiving. I guess that's a blessing because when you're a kid, you want gifts and you get them. And when you're an adult, it's funner to give them. New Year 2026, 15 days away. Yeah, New Year's resolution. How about a new job, a new career? Latrum's got you covered. I talk about Latrum every day on this program for over a decade, if you've been listening or watching. Go to the website, even if you have a job, and just find out about Latrum. Because if we had a dozen of these, if we had a dozen Latrums, we'd be like Austin or Nashville. We'd be flying. Latrum in Elmwood, Their facilities cover about 100 acres of Elmwood. 100 acres. Think about that. Block after block after block of manufacturing and warehousing and so many other facilities at Latrim. Latrim started with the shrimp peeling machine, which today is still the industry standard worldwide. But that invention by J.M. Lapierre led to the all-plastic modular conveyor belt, which is even bigger. Like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Mercedes-Benz, Ford, Toyota, wherever there's a conveyor belt in manufacturing, chances are pretty good it could be a Latrim belt right out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, I'm proud to talk about Latrim because it's a great international company, a worldwide manufacturing giant. Shrimp peeling machine, industry standard. All plastic modular conveyor belts, industry standard, being copied all over the world. The Lapierre stair, the alternating tread stair, can go on and on and on. This company's an innovative company, and it's born, bred, and based out of New Orleans, and they are hiring. If you go to latrim.com, it's dozens and dozens and dozens of jobs, not like 2 or 3 openings. They've got a job, a career for you. 2026 is coming. Go to latrim.com for a full listing of positions available. Fired up about Saturday, huh, New Orleans? Fired up about Saturday. I'm a proud LSU graduate. I love LSU. I bleed purple and gold, but I'm a New Orleanian. And I grew up out by the lakefront, but going to school in uptown New Orleans a lot of my life, pretty much from middle school, lower school, middle school, upper school, high school, all uptown New Orleans. And I lived out by the lake, having to make that commute up Wisna, up Carrollton. I was a Tulane fan. I remember running the ramps at Tulane Stadium. I remember when they closed Tulane Stadium and opened the dome, and I was a kid riding bikes on the ramp at Tulane Stadium. So always was a Tulane fan. Rock Honus, my real first taste of Tulane success. Larry Smith, coach teams, late 70s, Rock Honus, going to Vince Gibson and who was it? Terry Hall, the QB. And then Terrence Jones and Mac Brown and on and on and on. Always was a Wave fan and always an LSU fan. No, I hear you, folks that aren't fans of both. I'm glad I am. I mean, I like New Orleans. I like Baton Rouge. Most people either like one or the other. So the Tulane game, I'm fired up for like I would be for an LSU game. And in some ways, a little more excited because LSU, you're expecting the greatness. They invest so much in football. Tulane's an academic school, kind of the flip-flop of LSU. Academics are the thing they prioritize and sort of overlook sports. Football's been kicking butt and taking names, in case you haven't noticed. And this Saturday at 2:30, the winner goes to the Sugar Bowl. It's college football playoffs. It's Tulane at Ole Miss. And it doesn't get any bigger or better than that. Corey
Scott
Johnson
Craig
with
of
you.
Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe. Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Yeah, you right. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program. Corey Johnson back at you. Pretty much today through Christmas. And we're going to have a little fluctuation tomorrow night going into Friday with this cool front that lowers temperatures like 5-8 degrees for like a day. But pretty much now through next week, 57 when we wake up in the morning, 58, we'll creep up to like low 70s, 73 degrees. So really mild, nice weather, not hot, not cold, just sort of cool and comfortable, like air conditioning outside, 57 to 73 for like the next week and a half, for the week plus, almost next week and a half, including Christmas, 8 days away. Christmas Day, it's going to be like 70 degrees. I'd rather like the Thanksgiving little taste we got where it got cold. I'd rather that. But it looks like it's going to be around 65, 70, low 70s. 8 days till Christmas, 15 days till 2026, 26 days until Junket Cantrel goes bye-bye. She can't help herself. Belligerent until the end. Just envious, jealous. I'm in control. I have the authority to do this. Mayor-elect Helena Moreno put banners up at Gallier Hall. You've got beautiful Gallier Hall on St. Charles Avenue, right at Lafayette Square. It's got the columns in the front. In between each column, you have these long running banners from the top to the ground, talking about the future and, you know, the inauguration coming up on the 11th or the 12th and all that. And they were put up like just a few days ago, and Mayor Cantrell had them removed because she's the mayor and her term's still going on for another 26 days. And Helena Moreno, that's fine, you're mayor-elect, but I'm still in charge, so I'm going to have these banners removed. And there are all these positive things like the future of New Orleans. We're all in for the children, for safety, all this. And, you know, Cantrell kind of freaked out about it. Anyway, the real question is, who paid for the banners to be removed? Because Helena Moreno's campaign reportedly asked for and received permission from the city, from Gallier Hall, to hang the banners. That's where the inauguration will be. And then the mayor got in touch with the mayor-elect's people and said the banners need to come down. Reportedly, the mayor's office is saying that responsibility lies with Helena Moreno and her election funds, no taxpayer money to put them up, no taxpayer money to pull them down. Moreno's people are saying no one got in touch with them and they did not take the banners down. Yet the banners are down, and it looks like the city took them down. And it looked like during a financial crunch, the city's going to spend, I don't know, a few $100, a few $1,000 to take down these banners. I mean, if any normal person, A, probably wouldn't notice them. B, if we're notified about them, like somebody petty in their, administration was like, can you believe the mayor-elect put up these banners at Gallier Hall? How dare her? And then I think still you'd be like, well, they're going to be the next mayor in 26 days. Who cares? I got bigger fish to fry. I got indicted by the feds. I got friggin' indicted by the federal government. I'm staring at jail time. I'm an alleged criminal, but I'm going to worry about vetoing the city council budget and now taking down the banners. No, I mean, you think of those negative adjectives like petty. I use petty all the time, like the free meals, the junkets. It's literally petty. It's just so pathetic. Act like you've been there before. Pretend like you've been there before. I know you haven't been mayor, but pretend this is what you're supposed to be. This is what you've always done. At least pretend. But, like C. Ray Nagin, I'll never forget Nagin when questioned about the meals. Inevitably, I go out to dinner with my wife. I mean, this is what he said. This shows just how pathetic. We'll be sitting down having dinner. I'm going to pay for that meal. It's just me and my wife. No city business going on. Then someone will come up and go, hey, Mr. Mayor, and they'll start talking about a problem on their street. Then all of a sudden, I'm in the mayor's role, so the city pays for that meal. I'm like, wow. Wow, really? No, and Junket Cantrel does the same thing, like meals getting reimbursed, these junkets, just cheap little petty things. I mean, live like you would normally live, It's just mind-blowing. I remember going to Saints training camp, and this is kind of funny. If you got up to La Crosse, Wisconsin, this is like 30 years ago, that Saints era, Jim Mora, Jim Finks, Tom Benson would give Greg Bensel, who's still with the Saints, give him a credit card. And we go to this place in La Crosse, Wisconsin called the Freight House, and the Saints would pay. It was like it was before camp officially started. But for any of the media that were already up there, like I went up late a year or two and missed it. And then one year I got up there like before camp started, and I was invited to this dinner. Some of the sports media, remember, I'm not kidding you, were ordering like triple Crown and Coke, triple Jack Daniels on the rock. Like they've never ordered a double in their life and paid for it. Probably never ordered a, Call brand liquor in their life at a bar. They're drinking the well stuff. So these folks, I mean, some of them, I'm not disparaging sports media, some ordering triple Crown and Coke. One guy, everybody orders steak and lobster. I mean, I ordered a steak. I don't eat steak and lobster. I would. I don't mind eating a lobster and steak, but I normally don't do it just because someone was paying for it. I didn't get steak and lobster. A lot of the sports media got steak and lobster. They've never ordered steak and lobster in their life. They'd never order a steak at a restaurant in their life. A lot of these sports media people, tight and cheap. I mean, you put free food out on the counter, they're jumping on it. One guy I'll never forget, we were ordering dessert, and he ordered the shrimp cocktail appetizer for dessert. I was just like, wow, act like you've been there before. Act like you've been there before. Do what you would do. Not someone else is paying, you go overboard. Can I get some raw steak to take home and cook later? And you can give me some live lobsters. Put it on the Benson account. No, just act like you've been there before. And Mayor LaToya Cantrell, gets in as mayor and is like just rubbing her hands together like, what can I get away with? What can I get for free? And the junkets were just like pathetic. But because she has no shame, because she cannot be embarrassed, because she simply doesn't give a crap. She just kept going, even with all the criticism. Never bringing back a single dollar or a single job to New Orleans and going on these international junkets. No, just weak, pathetic, no character, no integrity, no pride, no honor, no ethics, no morals, none of that. The things you exactly want in an elected official. We overlook so much in New Orleans and Louisiana. We just overlook so much. When Junket Cantrell had that credit card, just basically like a line of credit for personal use when she was a city council person. I mean, that was like major red flag, right away. Right away. Just taxpayers paying that bill, the interest on it at least, just revolving forever, thousands of dollars. And then finally, she got campaign money and paid it off, but never would have if she wasn't exposed and she knew it was wrong. She's a council person in New Orleans. You don't use the city council credit card for personal use, but she did and had thousands of dollars floating on. I mean, that's like minor. In some places in America, I'm sure that's against the law. Here, it's just an ethics violation. And, slap on the wrist and nothing happens. No, it's going to be nice in 26 days because Junket Cantrel, and I'm not going to harp on this anymore, but just kind of a pathetic person. And when I really get to this point talking about her, honestly, I'm like, I wish her the best, like health-wise and her future. Like, I'm not out hoping she gets some great job and, takes advantage of people, but I don't wish bad health or anything like that. And I will end it also with this. She deserves jail time. As a New Orleanian, I would be disappointed if she does not go to jail for 90 days, 6 months, some period of time. Because in this city, white-collar crime apparently does pay. It's ironical. I was talking about Irvin Mayfield. I mean, this piece of garbage doesn't get any lower than this guy. Not liked in the musical city of New Orleans, like other musicians don't like him. There's a lot of venues that won't book him. And this was before he stole $1.3 million from the Orleans Parish Public School library system. This guy, talk about, act like you've been there before. Like LaToya Cantrel, he's not uneducated. He's not stupid. People like LaToya Cantrell's dumb. No, she's not. She's just painfully average when we need someone special as mayor. Now, Irvin Mayfield, painfully average, but he's not stupid. He's educated, but literally would go to New York, check in like the Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons, thousands of dollars a night to spend the night, and then get breakfast brought in and $1,200 breakfast, gold, trumpet, Louis Vuitton trumpet case, $16,000, I think the price was. Just obnoxious, stealing from inner city black children in New Orleans primarily. Seriously. The most needy. Just screwing them over. And Irvin Mayfield serves 11 months in jail stealing $1.3 million. I propose this to anyone that's not rich or wealthy. I mean, the only way I wouldn't do it, I'd have to be rich or wealthy where I'm like, I'm not wasting 11 months of my life. I've got money. But I'm a middle-class person. If someone offered me $1.3 million to go to Eglin Air Force Base in Pensacola and stay there for 7 months, playing golf and tennis and grilling steaks on Sunday, and then come back to New Orleans for 4 months in a halfway house and I walk with $1.3 million, my restitution's $500 a month, I think 90% of the population, male and female, would take that. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go read. I'll do my radio TV show from jail. And in 11 months, I walk out with $1.3 million. That's Irvin Mayfield. They had some article in the paper about him playing at some club in the Quarter now. I mean, that's strictly tourist. Strictly tourist. It could be Irvin Magoo. It doesn't matter. No one's coming into there going, I want to go see Irvin Mayfield. Not a single human being. Just tourists that are going to go to this place on Bourbon Street and see him. But no, they had some article in the paper about him, and comical. He brings up about second chances and all that crap. I'll fill you in on the details when we come back.
Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com. Dave Miet Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miet, insagency.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love. More. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now. Get out of that gutter and get on the phone.
At Audubon Gutters.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
Yeah, some people are pathetic and weak, like Mayor Junket Cantrel, like Irvin Mayfield. Just petty criminals, pathetic human beings, taking advantage of a city like New Orleans that we really can't afford people taking advantage of us. We're not doing well. You know, it's like stealing from the poor. In the article, Irvin Mayfield, this is mind-blowing. I mean, this tells you where Irvin Mayfield's head is. Inserted up his rear end. He's in la-la land, in denial about himself, in denial about what he did. In denial about what he did. It's easy to say I take full responsibility when you're paying $500 a month restitution on $1.3 million you stole. And after 11 months only, you're out of jail. But this tells you exactly where he's coming from. The author of I guess it was Spera, the music writer for the Times-Picayune, who does a great job. He's talking to Irvin Mayfield about, you know, the stealing $1.3 million and second chances, and America's about that. And Irvin Mayfield brings up Louis Armstrong and how he went to a house of detention for a crime. Louis Armstrong was a kid. He was like in his early teens, like a kid, like I forget how old, 13, 14, 15, found a pistol and shot the pistol in the air, shot the gun, and was arrested for, wasn't shooting at anyone, wasn't committing a crime with the gun, just a curious kid who made a major mistake. I'm not trying to say it wasn't major, but shot the pistol and was sent to like this reform school because of it. Some youth detention. And he was comparing himself to Louis Armstrong, first off, like, I'm a trumpeter and Louis Armstrong's a trumpeter. It's like, wow, really? You're in the category of Louis Armstrong, New Orleans' native son, maybe the most famous New Orleanian in history of the city, known around the world. That's where your ego is. You're comparing yourself to Louis friggin' Armstrong. It's mind-blowing how Irvin Mayfield thinks. And then compares like the crimes are similar. He shot a gun as like a 14-year-old in New Orleans, found a pistol and shot it in the air, shot it in the ground, shooting a firearm in the city against the law. He was a youth. They put him in some detention. I stole $1.3 million from the youths, from like 14-year-olds like Louis Armstrong shooting the gun. Crazy. Louis Armstrong comparison. Yeah, Irvin Mayfield, you're the talent level of Louis Armstrong playing the trumpet. You're that talent level. Why don't you sing and do movies, and you'll be known around the world like Louis Armstrong. Maybe they'll name an airport after you. And then comparing the crimes. A child shooting a gun is similar to you stealing $1.3 million and going to the Ritz-Carlton in New York and living high on the hog like you're rich or wealthy. Rich and wealthy people don't have $1,200 breakfasts. Rich and wealthy people don't have $1,200 breakfasts. It just shows how much of a child Irvin Mayfield is. Just a pathetic human being. No, it sucks in New Orleans and in Louisiana. Just this, I call it like the Edwin Edwards mentality. We, as citizens, we accept that loser as the governor and think he does a good job and he's a good person because he tells some jokes. And it trickles down all over. I mean, here's Edwin Edwards' legacy. And this is just a fact because I'm 25% Cajun. I have Cajun blood running through my veins on my father's side. 25%, which means I have 25% more Cajun blood in my body than Edwin Edwards. Edwin Edwards isn't Cajun in the least bit. He has no Cajun blood in his body. His mother is from France, French roots, not Nova Scotia, not Cajun French. None. She's not Cajun French like my grandmother. And the dad's from Kentucky. Edwin Edwards has no Cajun blood running through his veins. Now, he can have a Cajun accent. He grew up in Marksville and worked in Crowley and all that. I'm not taking that away. The Cajun culture is part of him. But Cajun people, I mean, just a fact, New Orleans city boy with no Cajun accent, Corey Johnson. I'm you. I'm 25% Cajun. I'm you. Edwin Edwards, 0%. I mean, it's a farce. His whole being is a lie. From being a Cajun, it's a lie. It's that funny. That's how pathetic Edwin Edwards is. No, but that mentality permeates to like John Hilario, John Hilario's mentor is Edwin Edwards. John Hilario's married to Edwin Edwards' ex-wife. I mean, it's like incestuous. This criminal, deviant mentality. What can I get away with? What can I steal? I'm just an average person in Louisiana. I like to be rich and wealthy, like these people that are rich and wealthy. And it just keeps trickling down. Like these riverboat pilots. One of Hilario's kids is a riverboat pilot. The other family on the West Bank, couple of deviants, the Heitmeyers. I mean, one is he's got 6 kids or 6 relatives, I should say, that are riverboat pilots. Like 4% of all riverboat pilots are Heitmeyers. Like a half dozen are riverboat pilots making $600,000-$700,000 a year, making like 60, 70 grand a month. Money that most New Orleanians make in a year, these Heitmeyers are making in a month. So that stuff doesn't sit well with me. I'm not jealous or envious of them. I don't have any respect for them. I think these people are deviants. I think these people take advantage of the system because in Louisiana, we allow it to happen because of this Edwin Edwards, Hilario mentality. Mark Morial, Bill Jefferson. Yeah, I said Mark Morial. Bill Jefferson, Ray Nagin, Aaron Broussard. I mean, go on and on and on. It's pathetic. Sheriff down in Plaquemine, St. Bernard Sheriff has $1 million camp in Shell Beach. What, he did really well with investments, you think? I mean, it's sad in New Orleans and Louisiana. I love it. I love it. I love New Orleans. It's in my heart, in my soul. I love Louisiana. I love that I'm 25% Cajun. It just sucks, though, when many of my contemporaries, about half of my friends growing up, live in other cities, and they're doing really well, and they're prospering because there's lots of money and opportunity there. And New Orleans is dysfunctional and broken, and there's not a lot of money here and not a lot of opportunity. You have to scratch and claw to make it. And I love it, and I'm glad I'm here. But the dysfunction and that Edwin Edwards, sickness that trickles down, it's a lot to take. It's a lot to take in. No, and when you see people like Junket Cantrel taking down banners and spending city money for that, just Irvin Mayfield, comparing himself to Louis Armstrong. I mean, it's like the nerve of these people. But it's because the ceiling's so low in Louisiana and we accept all of this crap. Hell, I think I could find a lot of people that would be like, man, if Mark Morial was mayor in New Orleans, we wouldn't have any problems. Who would you rather have as mayor? Helena Moreno coming in or Mark Morial? It might be Mark Morial. He might win easily. And his term was just full of corruption. Maybe the most corrupt mayor administration in the city's history. And this is New Orleans full of corruption. It's just crazy. No, if Edwin Edwards or Jeff Landry is governor, probably get Edwin Edwards in. If Edwin Edwards was governor, we wouldn't be having these problems. Edwin Edwards created these problems. And it's just something dysfunctional, something in the water in New Orleans and Louisiana. It's not most of us, but too large of a percentage of people are kind of second rate, accept defeat, don't want to win, just worried about Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, hunting and fishing season, 3 for 1 at the bar and Mardi Gras. As long as those are a go, everything's cool. No, it's hard. But what's nice is 26 days and Junket Cantrell's gone. 26 days. And that's just a blessing. Because I'm not vindictive or mean-spirited. I don't wish the worst for Junket Cantrell. Just glad she's going away because she seemed to wish the worst on us. Just didn't seem to give a crap and didn't show up and was out for herself and worse, like vindictive and mean-spirited and belligerent. Just horrible combo, No leadership skills. Couldn't manage a Walgreens. Couldn't handle the night shift at a gas station in the little plastic booth, much less running the city of New Orleans. It's like mind-blowing. She got elected not once but twice. No, again, it's the Edwin Edwards mentality, just accepting second rate. Republican, Democrat, more important than the best. Black, white, more important than the best. I don't know. I was raised right. Thank God. I'm not special. I'm not patting myself on the back or bragging. I was raised right. Great mom and dad, great support system with grandparents, brothers and sisters, all older than me. They wouldn't tolerate crap from me like saying anything disparaging about black people or Jewish people or Italians or Irish or women or homosexuals or Asians or whatever. Latino wouldn't be tolerated. My mom and dad never said the N-bomb. My mom and dad, who my dad has passed away, my mom's 94 years old, never have uttered the M-bomb out of their lips in their life. Never. My brother and I probably have like Richard Pryor album or something like that. And even when we're saying, we're like lowering our voice and like, my mom and dad never would even say it ever. They're just not built that way, And luckily that trickled down with me because, worrying about race or political party or someone's gay or straight. I don't care about any of that. I just want results. I want the best people. I mean, running the controls of my program, producing my show over the years, I've had gay people, Latino, black, female, you name it, Asian, anything and everything, lesbian, homosexual, everything. I don't care. Just people that are capable, that can do the job. It's a bag of rocks. You're carrying like an anvil, a bag of rocks, a piano, and a monkey on your back worrying about crap like that. Because life, it's going to throw a flat tire out at you, crap, baggage you got to deal with. Don't need to add on by all this silly insecurity. Mayor Cantrell has Mayor-elect Moreno's banners at Gallier Hall removed. Oh, so sadly petty. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino back in Chicago. Maybe they're done with Catahoula Crunch. And like I've said before, Kim Jong-un in North Korea suing Louisiana over the Catahoula Crunch moniker. Happens to be one of the top-selling cereals in North Korea, Catahoula Crunch. President Trump to speak tonight. The best is yet to come speech. I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at Catahoula Crunch. I was laughing at my own joke. 11 months of accomplishments from President Trump. At least that's what the speech is about. Tulane Ole Miss Saturday. Wow. Coming right back.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday, Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters, and you'll never have to clean your gutters again, ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Boy, big holiday season coming up. 8 days till Christmas. 15 days till the new year. So back to back. Next week, the week after, big holiday week. I know most of us aren't going to have air conditioning problems. But somebody watching, someone listening, sadly, it could be me, might be you, going to have AC problems over the holidays. When I talk about total maintenance, I talk about 40 years of excellence. I talk about fair and honest Lucas and the boys, incapable of screwing you around. They come with a sense of urgency because they know your AC or heat's not working right. They have 30-plus trucks, 30-plus techs, hundreds of years of experience. They diagnose it right the first time. And they come weekday, weekend, overnight, or holiday. I've told this story before. It was a Sunday about 5-6 years ago. It's in March. It's kind of balmy. AC went out. Phil from Total Maintenance was there that Sunday afternoon and got it going again. It was Easter Sunday, literally. Easter Sunday. Total Maintenance was there. So it could be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, day after Christmas, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and your AC or heat goes out. Total Maintenance is there in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge. Think Total Maintenance. If you need air conditioning or heat help, Total Maintenance, tm-ac.com. Now, I love those guys. I told you the last time I had an AC problem about a year ago, I call up Lucas. He diagnoses it over the phone. And his guys come out about 30 minutes later, and Lucas's diagnosis was right on. No, they're experts. Yeah, I just said it. 8 days till Christmas, 15 days till New Year, 26 days left of Junket Cantrel. Yep. Mayor-elect Helena Moreno had some all in for the community, all in for the kids, all in for, hanging from Gallier Hall for her inauguration. Got approval from the city, got approval from Gallier Hall. Mayor Cantrell's people got wind of these banners and removed them. And it's funny. You never can get a straight answer. I mean, both sides are saying something the opposite of each other. And I'm going to go with Mayor-elect Moreno if I had to choose a side, because I don't, know her reputation, except that Helena Moreno seems to be an honest person and doesn't lie. And I know Junket Cantrell's reputation and doesn't seem to be, but is a dishonest person that lies frequently. It's just full of crap. So the city's saying the banners are removed because Gallier Hall has a bunch of other events, and those events may not want those banners up on Gallier Hall. I mean, I've been to weddings and events at Gallier Hall. No one's going to care if the banners are up there. They'd be like, this is Gallier Hall. It's a city-owned venue. There's an inauguration coming for the next mayor. That's what that is. And no one would care. And why is it the mayor's job to be concerned about Gallier Hall? Let the director at Gallier Hall make that decision. If the banners are going to be a problem from the venue they rent out. So the mayor's obviously talking crap there. Like she's concerned about banners at Gallier Hall. She's concerned about Helena Moreno's banners at Gallier Hall. So here's the next part, besides that ridiculous pettiness. The mayor's office is saying, we told Helena Moreno's people they got to take them down. Helena Moreno's people didn't use taxpayer money. They used her campaign funds, private funds to make the banners and put them up, to produce the banners and put them up. I'm guessing the Solomon Group made them, because that's one of the mayor's spokespeople is like, we told, Moreno's people get in touch with the Solomon Group and take the banners down. So I'm assuming the Solomon Group put up the banners. Private money paid for them for Moreno and her inauguration. The mayor's saying publicly, we told them to get the Solomon Group and get the banners taken down. Moreno's people are saying, they told us the banners need to come down, but they didn't tell us to do it, and someone did it, and it wasn't us or our people. So the mayor apparently not going to wait on the Solomon Group. That could be days. She wants it done now. Had the city go over there with one of those, what do you call it, like a cherry picker, a scissor lift, and they took down the banners using city funds. So someone on the city clock with city equipment. I mean, when the gates at Bourbon Street are, $83,000 a piece, $83,000 each, I would think taking down those banners was a few $1,000, like money that could be used to hire a few police for the day, money that could be used to fill dozens of potholes. Just crazy. City financial crunch, and this petty mayor doesn't want Mayor-elect Helena Moreno's banners up on Gallier Hall. Like, that's how small she thinks? Yes, that's how small she thinks. I mean, it's crazy. Oh, boy. My brother's coming in from London. I booked a reservation for 8. at Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. His call. My brother texts me, gives me the date, the time, get a reservation, Gallagher's 527, because he loves it. He's in London. He's going to come into town. He's going to get gumbo or turtle soup. He's going to get like pompano or speckled trout or redfish, gulffish amandine, something good. The crab meat St. Francis. I'm going with 8 people. I will get a crab meat St. Francis appetizer for myself. And I won't share it. And I'll let the table know. I'm like, I'm not being a jerk. I ordered 3. So there's extra ones for you guys to try. And if you love crab meat, I recommend you getting your own. I swear I'm not being selfish. I just like it that much. I alert the table of this. You're not getting any of mine. And I'm not trying to be a jerk. Let's order extra ones because it's the best crab meat appetizer in the world. So damn good. So tasty. I mean, you just eat it. You're like, man, this is heaven. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. I'm a South Shore guy. I make the trip over there like once a week. I'll probably be there tomorrow or Friday for lunch. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Lunch Tuesday through Friday, dinner Tuesday through Saturday. One of Metro New Orleans' finest restaurants in a city with some of the finest restaurants in the world. This is in my top 15. Gallagher's 527. I love it. You will too. You know, I talk about stuff like this and boy, Corey, you're putting it way up there. That's where it is. And I'm confident when you go, you'll agree with me. You won't be like, boy, Corey was talking about Gallagher's and it's really mediocre. That is an impossibility. If you like fine food, you like dining, you like eating great New Orleans food, Gallagher's 527. Make the short trip across the lake. It's totally worth it. No, high expectation level will be met because it's great. Like you, Blue Boy. You're great. Everybody loves Blue Boy. Everybody that sees Blue Boy. I remember walking through Audubon Park with you, buddy. You remember? And they were youngsters on the laying out. Someone must have recognized me like, there's Blue Boy. Didn't say there's Corey. There's Blue Boy. And I was like, oh, you know Blue Boy? Like, yeah, we know the show. Nothing to me. A petting Blue Boy, not, hey, like the show. Nice to meet you. Love
You're
Blue
on
Boy,
the
though.
Ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube.
Listen to Blue Boy.
On
What's
radio
not to
at
love?
Talk 93.9
Okay,
FM,
buddy.
WSLA New Orleans.
Damn, Blue.
It's 5 p.m.
Good boy.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. My Sittu, that's Arabic for grandmother, used to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. Total maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Isn't it time to have that dream backyard you've always wanted? LGD Lawn and Landscapes can make it happen with artificial turf installation. Synthetic turf gives you the look and feel of natural grass. You get a beautiful lawn without the ongoing expenses of maintenance and no puddles, meaning you won't be tracking grass or dirt into the house. Let LGD come to your house and give you a free estimate. NOLALGD.com.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Here we go again. Wide Open Wednesday, officially halfway through the week. 5 o'clock powwow. We're coming your way. Yeah, we knocked out an hour already. One more to go. We've knocked out, 5 hours this week? 5 more to go. But first, Mr. Drew Brees. He is correctamundo. New Orleans, Louisiana, to be exact. Maybe the greatest city on planet Earth, arguably. In spite of our ridiculous dysfunction. Wide Open Wednesday edition of the program. A little cloudy, a little overcast out there, says Bob Breck. Margaret Orr. About 61 degrees right now. Primo, Mr. Johnson. Never forget, I think my sister was just dating some kind of hippie dude, or maybe the hippie dude was a friend of one of my brother's girlfriends, a brother of the girl that my brother was dating. I forget. But we're having Sunday dinner, and everybody's, Dad, that was really good. Dad, really good. Hey, Phil, good job. That was great dinner. Primo, Mr. Johnson, primo. I mean, the whole table we just had to bite our lips not to laugh. It was hysterical. Really good. Thank you so much. Hey, that was an excellent meal. That sauce was incredible. How'd you make that? Boy, those steaks were cooked perfectly. Primo, Mr. Johnson, primo. Oh, me and my siblings still laugh at that one. Decades and decades and decades later. Hey, the next few days, including Christmas, a week from tomorrow, 8 days until Christmas. 1 week from tomorrow, kiddies. New Year, 15 days away. 2 weeks from tomorrow, New Year. And 26 days until Junket Cantrel goes bye-bye. No longer mayor, city of New Orleans. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. For the next week and a half, essentially. Tomorrow night, a little cool front's coming in. It's going to drop temperatures 5, 8, 10 degrees from what they are right now. And what they are right now and what they're going to be for the next week and 10 days. Waking up to about 57, 58 degrees every morning on the South Shore. And then creeping into the 60s and eventually hitting a high of around 73. And it's like a rinse and repeat. Not much rain, a lot of sunshine. Next week, 10 days through Christmas, a week from tomorrow, 57 to 73. So no real cold, no real hot, not getting to 80, and we're not getting to 30. 57 to 73. I'll take that. Would I like Christmas Day to dip into the 50s, 40s? You bet. But it's not gonna. And 73, I like the non-summer season in New Orleans. 60s, 70. How can you complain about that? And how can you complain about 26 days until Junket Cantrell is adios, hasta la vista, baby? It doesn't stop. I mean, last week, vetoing the city council's budget for 2026 just because she can. Instead of just going away, I'm indicted by the feds, I'm in trouble. Let me just shut up and go crawl in a corner. No, just this belligerent, selfish, petty woman can't shut up, can't help herself. So she vetoes the council's budget. They're going to override the veto. She's hoping like 3 council people will be on her side. She can, gotcha. That's her whole deal. Nothing about the city or the citizen or what's good. Just gotcha. And it continues today. This is just petty by definition. Mayor Cantrell has Mayor-elect Moreno's Inauguration Day banners removed from Gallier Hall. She has the banners removed from Gallier Hall. Mayor-elect Moreno says they asked permission from the city, went through the right channels, through Gallier Hall. They were allowed to hang the banners. They then produced them and hung them. Private funds paying for it, either campaign funds or private donations for Moreno. No city money used. The mayor's office is like, we rent that venue and other people are there and they don't expect the banners to be there. I mean, this mayor has once a week trash pickup, but she's going to be in touch with public buildings and banners and that shouldn't be there. Please. She doesn't want these banners up because they're Mayor-elect Helena Moreno's banners. And Inauguration Day is 26 days away. And it says things that are indirectly disparaging to the mayor. It's like all in for the community, all in for the people. Like the previous administration was all in for themselves and not all in for us. So Junket Cantrell takes it personally and notifies Moreno's people the banners have to come down. Even mention the company by name, like Moreno's people apparently hired the Solomon Group to make the banners and put them up. So the Junket Cantrell's people are like, get the Solomon Group to take them down. All I can assume is Moreno's people were slow to respond or said, okay, we'll get on it. And then Junket Cantrell was like, this could take days. I want those banners down now. I'm the mayor, not Moreno. So some scissor lift or, some kind of lift went up and city workers, city equipment took them down. Junket Cantrell saying that we told Moreno and her people to take them down, use their money. And then Moreno's people are like, no one told us to take them down, or if they did, we're working on it, whatever. And Junket Cantrell uses city money during a budget crisis to take down banners of Mayor-elect Helena Moreno because Junket Cantrell is petty, coupled with belligerent, and it's just a bad combo. But there's only 26 days left of that. You want to hear someone, city person, that's just like totally warped ego, just in denial, head squarely inserted up their own ass? Irvin Mayfield Jr., the disgraced, I say this lightly because musicians I know in New Orleans, like Maple Leaf, Tipitinas, they want to have nothing to do with Irvin Mayfield. Local musicians do not like or respect Irvin Mayfield. Never have. This is before he stole $1.3 million from inner city kids from the Orleans Parish public school system. Irvin Mayfield, in some article in the Times-Picayune, because he got a gig above Felix's in the Quarter on Bourbon Street, where he belongs. Irvin Mayfield could play tonight at Tipitinas and Maple Leaf, and they'd make no money. No one locally wants to go see Irvin Mayfield, like a handful of people. He does not have a natural support locally where he could work as a musician. But on top of a club at Felix's, the owner of Felix's is friends with him, puts him up, pays for it, puts him up at a club. Tourists will go up there. It could be Irvin Magoo Irvin, McGillicuddy. They could give a crap. They have no idea who Irvin Mayfield is. They just go in there, they see a New Orleanian playing a trumpet, and they're happy because they're from Minnesota. So Irvin Mayfield, where he belongs, on Bourbon Street, playing the tourists that have no idea who he is because locals don't want anything to do with him. In this article about second chances and a rebirth, I mean, this is how insane Irvin Mayfield is: in denial, warped ego, narcissistic lunatic. Spends too much time looking at himself in the mirror and liking what he sees. Irvin Mayfield talking about second chances to, I think it was Keith Spera, the music writer for the Times-Picayune, if I'm not mistaken, who wrote the article. Talking about second chances, and I fully accept responsibility for my crime. No, you didn't. You've never talked about it. Where's the $1.3 million you stole? 11 months of incarceration and an easy Eglin Air Force Base in Pensacola for 7, and then 4 months in a halfway house, and he walks with $1.3 million. I've talked about this before. Anybody who's not rich or wealthy, I think 90% of the population in America, if you said you go to Eglin Air Force Base for 7 months, you can play golf, tennis, grill steaks on Sunday with the guards, and then you go back to New Orleans to a halfway house for 4 months, and you walk with $1.3 million. 90+% of the population would accept that. Are you kidding me? 1.3 million? You make 5% on 1.3 million. You're pulling 70 grand a year for the rest of your life. 5%. Most people could retire on 1.3 million, what Irvin Mayfield stole from needy children in New Orleans. Inner city black kids mostly. That's just a fact. Orleans Parish Public School Library System. No, it gets better. Irvin Mayfield, to Keith Spear in the Times-Picayune article, says, second chances, and I committed the crime, I accept it. Think about Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong went to, house of detention. Louis Armstrong went to like a house of detention. He was like, I'm going to Google it when we take a break. I think he was like 14 years old from memory. He shot a gun. He found a pistol and shot it in the city limits and was arrested. They found out he was 14. They put him in some youth detention center. So we're talking about a 14-year-old that he's wrong, Louis Armstrong, find the gun and shooting it in the city. But he's a kid, doesn't know any better. Irvin Mayfield, a full-blown adult who stole $1.3 million from the kids, and he obviously knows better. Comparing himself to Louis Armstrong, like another great trumpeter in New Orleans history. Maybe one day there'll be the Irvin Mayfield Airport. I mean, just broken, warped mentality, like puts himself in the same category as Louis Armstrong. Maybe the most famous New Orleanian in our city's history, known around the world. And then compares like the crimes, a 14-year-old kid shooting a gun, very similar to an adult stealing $1.3 million from the kids. No, just delusional. Brain dead, narcissistic, egomaniacal, warped thinker. Irvin Mayfield, just demented, comparing himself to Louis Armstrong. Pathetic, in denial, like the mayor. Petty, coming right back.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance keeps you cool. Total maintenance spots. Total maintenance, keep you cool. TM-JC.com, no cool spots.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet. Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line. Lebanon's Cafe.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Trey Yen in Mandeville. A New Orleans tradition for over 40 years. Serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Oh boy, I gotta laugh. I'm glad I'm wearing a Depends because I just peed in my pants laughing. Wow. Louis Armstrong, when he fired the gun in the air, 2 things. It was New Year's Eve, for one. So it's just an excited kid. I thought he was like 13 or 14. He was 11. He was 11. Nice comparison, Irvin Mayfield. An 11-year-old child, a ute, an adolescent, on New Year's Eve finds a gun, a pistol, and shoots it in the air to celebrate. And then he went to some youth detention, some kid's home. Irvin Mayfield in his article today talking about the $1.3 million he stole from inner city kids, compares himself to Louis Armstrong. Second chance. Wow. You're an adult. You made a conscious decision to steal $1.3 million from inner city kids. And not even rich or wealthy people do what you do. A gold trumpet, a Louis Vuitton case to carry the trumpet that costs thousands of dollars, designed from Louis Vuitton. You're out of your mind. $1,200 breakfast hotel room service at like the Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons in New York. Out of your friggin' mind. Rich and wealthy people don't do this. This is some joker, some clown, some total fraud, a charlatan that steals money from the city and then goes off like a drunk sailor at port spending the money. Just a pathetic individual. And then in this article about redemption and, remorse and, I take full responsibility. No, not at all. Got a free ride. I want to know who Irvin Mayfield. If I ever talk to Irvin Mayfield, I'd be like, hey, dude, do you lie or you tell the truth? I tell the truth. Which strings did you pull? Who did you talk to get out of jail in 11 months? Because that was way below the federal standard. It wasn't just good time. You pulled some strings. Another individual or individuals helped you get out of jail in 11 months. Who did it? Because that's a fact. That's not an opinion. He had some powerful people pull strings. I'll find that out one day. That will come out one day. And those powerful people who are probably known and liked in New Orleans will be embarrassed for helping out this deviant. But this sick individual, mentally sick, egomaniacal, narcissistic, just warped. Like I said earlier, must spend too much time looking at himself in the mirror and liking what he sees. Compares himself to the great Louis Armstrong, maybe the most famous New Orleanian in this great city's history. A name that's known around the world, just a great man that brought joy and love to so many people. When he was 11, he shot a gun in New Orleans as a kid on New Year's Eve. And by the way, when he went to that youth detention, that's where he learned to play the trumpet. Irvin Mayfield compares himself to Louis Armstrong because for a few reasons. One, he thinks he's like a great New Orleans trumpeter like Louis Armstrong. He thinks he's the modern day Louis Armstrong. Irvin Mayfield's delusional. Local musicians don't like Irvin Mayfield, don't appreciate him, don't respect his talent. I don't know what to tell you. Talk to local musicians, any local musician you know, and ask them about Irvin Mayfield. Anyone you know. Compares himself to Louis Armstrong, which is just egomaniacal, and then compares the crime of stealing $1.3 million as an adult to an 11-year-old Louis Armstrong shooting a gun in the air on New Year's Eve. Just sad and pathetic. Yeah, Irvin Mayfield, that's what's great. I don't get off on this. I don't think about Irvin Mayfield outside of the show or Junket Cantrel. It's like I'm like a sports figure or a musician, and I'm saying this very lightly. People come up to me and start asking me about the game or ask me about my songs. That's when I'll talk about it. People come to me and ask me about Junket Cantrell, about the governor, whatever. That's when I talk about it. But Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 o'clock, I work for you people, the citizens of New Orleans, of Louisiana. That's what I do. I work for you. That's what my job's based on. Telling the truth, coming here every day, hopefully with some information, some knowledge, being consistent, talking about things I know about, not things I don't know about, and holding elected officials, public officials, anointed, appointed people, holding them to task, holding them to the responsibility of what they're supposed to do for us. That's it. You do a good job, I'll praise you. You do a bad job, I'll be critical. So someone like Irvin Mayfield, he can continue to be a joker and a charlatan and all this. And anytime he pops up in the public view and I think it's worthy to discuss, I'll discuss it and bring up the truth. No, just a pathetic human being. Just not a good person. Not a good person. Just stealing from the library system, inner city kids, and then just the way he spent the money. You know? Like I said, even rich and wealthy people don't have a $1,200 breakfast room service bill. Just like the mayor, Irvin Mayfield does not give a crap. Selfish, self-absorbed, doesn't care about anyone but himself. Comparing himself to Louis Armstrong. I swear I almost peed in my pants when I read that. I was like, this dude just doesn't stop, man. It's unbelievable. Thinks he's Louis Armstrong. Thinks he's the modern day Louis Armstrong. Coupled with he thinks an 11-year-old doing something silly as a child is equal to him as an adult stealing $1.3 million. Es loco. Es loco. Boy, tonight for dinner, Lebanon's Cafe, problem solved. Lamb chops, shish kebab. Who's got shish kebab in Metro New Orleans? Not a lot of places. I love shish kebab. Shrimp or chunks of beef, chunks of chicken, chunks of lamb on a skewer with onions and bell pepper, grilled to perfection. What's not to love about shish kebab? Lebanon's Cafe has shish kebab for you and all your favorite Middle Eastern sides. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn. They're open right now. And like I said, open till 9:30. So good. Lebanon's Cafe. You know what else I like about Lebanon's? I mean, 4 things I can just rattle off quickly because they're true. Big portions, authentic, priced right, healthy and fresh. I love Lebanon's Cafe. No, they got Tulane Loyola students in mind, so it's not expensive. Very moderately priced. A little cloudy today, a little overcast. The next week, week and a half, through Christmas, a week from tomorrow, basically 57 to 73 every day, like rinse and repeat. Waking up to the high 50s, fading into the 60s pretty quickly, and then peaking out only to about 73. So some ridiculously pleasant, mild weather, like air conditioning outside for the next week or 10 days. Like I said earlier, would I like a cold Christmas? Sure. Like Thanksgiving, you want it cold. But also we live in New Orleans. I'll take mild 70-degree temperatures on Christmas. Mayor-elect Helena Moreno had banners put up at Gallier Hall, got permission to put them up, spent her own money, private money to put them up for the inauguration. Junket Cantrel didn't like them, used city funds apparently to take them down because that's how petty, how belligerent, how insecure, how out of control this federally indicted mayor of ours is. 26 days till Junket Cantrel is gone off the city dime. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino is back in Chicago. Is Operation Catahoula Crunch over with? As I mentioned last hour, North Korea suing the feds over Catahoula Crunch. North Korea says they have the trademark to that. It's one of North Korea's favorite breakfast cereals. Catahoula Crunch. Is Catahoula Crunch over with? Greg Bovino back in Chicago. Reportedly 350 detained. Can't wait to find out the number of how many were violent criminals. I'm betting around a dozen, maybe 15 out of 350. And like I keep saying, there are going to be more viable lawsuits that are settled where the federal government pays these people. More individuals getting paid by the federal government than violent criminals arrested in Chicago, Charlotte, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, wherever ICE goes, wherever they go. That's my bet. There'll be more federal money being paid out to legitimate claim holders that are suing the government over, at the simplest, human right abuse, civil rights violations, immigrant or not, still have rights in America. That's the beauty of our country. Or even like battery, physical harm. No, there's going to be millions and millions paid out to dozens and dozens, maybe north of 100 individuals. And I doubt we'll have that many violent criminals arrested. This is political theater. I've been saying this since day one. People that truly think about it, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Independent, they're like, got no problem with illegal or migrant workers. They're not taking my job. I don't know any. From what I gather, they're working at plants and farms and, dairy farms, vegetable fruit farms, meat packing plants, horse racing tracks. Not causing any problem to me. Boy, New Orleans, the FBI has a binder with 300 or 400 violent criminals. I know a lot of people like New Orleans, there's thousands of violent criminals. There's not. There's like 300 or 400 that represent like 90+% of the violent crime in New Orleans. These 300 or 400 individuals. The FBI knows who they are. They're on the street. They had, what was that operation? Clean sweep about 6 months ago, a year ago. They arrested 150. So you got like 300-400 violent criminals. You're arresting 150. That's going to make a huge dent in violent crime. And it did. Crime stats going way down. Violent crime in New Orleans way down. Could you imagine if these 250 ICE agents, Border Patrol, that are in town or were, that have made 350 arrests, if they'd come in town and arrest the 350 violent criminals we know about in New Orleans? It's about the violent criminals, right? We know who they are. Let's go get them. But no, it's not. It's political theater. Let's get the illegals because there's such a problem when they're not. When they're not. Yeah, tell that to someone who was murdered or raped by an illegal. If they were murdered or raped by a regular citizen, would they have there's some relief to my family getting tragically raped or murdered because it was a citizen, not an illegal? I don't know about you. I want all violent criminals off the street, illegal or citizen. Doesn't matter to me what they're labeled as. It's a human being that's a violent criminal. And people that are citizens or migrants or illegals that aren't doing anything but helping some maid at the hotel. No, I don't want the door kicked in and her arrested. And that's exactly what's happening. That's not theater. That's like the majority of it. No, like I said, the theater is this. It's political theater. It's a farce. Wide Open Wednesday.
Artificial turf custom golf putting greens. Beautiful, functional, zero maintenance. Call New Orleans' own LGD Lawn and Landscapes and get your free estimate.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
South Shore residents that love good food are making the short trip across the lake to Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. North Shore folks have known about Gallagher's 527 for years. Now the South Shore has discovered this hidden gem. One of the metro area's best restaurants is less than 30 minutes away. Take the quick trip across the lake and experience Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. As good as it gets.
It's getting to be crunch time now. I don't know if he can do it or not, but he might still be able to. I'm talking about LGD Lawn and Landscapes before Christmas, like in the next few days, installing an artificial chipping and putting green in your backyard. If you have a golfer in your life, could you imagine Christmas Day, the blindfold, walking out in the backyard, and that golfer in your life, you take off the blindfold and they see a chipping and putting green in the backyard? LGD Lawn and Landscapes about 2 months ago installed a putting and chipping green in my backyard, and I still pinch myself. I'm like, this is incredible. Now, I don't sit there and spend hours out there every day, but I'll spend 5 or 10 minutes a day out there, and over a week, I've practiced chipping and putting over an hour, which I would never normally do. It's going to improve my short game. Plus, friends and family come over. It's an awesome backyard now. A lot of fun. Could you imagine Christmas Day, taking off the blindfold and there's a chipping and putting green in your backyard? Go online, NOLALGD.com. Call up Colin and the crew over at LGD Lawn and Landscapes and ask them if they can still get it done, because as of a couple of days ago, they could. Getting that chipping and putting green installed before Christmas took about 24 hours. They came one afternoon, and by the next midday, they were done. So it takes about a full day for them to install a chipping and putting green in your backyard. So they might still be able to get it done before Christmas. What a great present. I love my chipping and putting green. And maybe you don't need a chipping or putting green. Maybe you just want artificial turf, synthetic turf around the pool or in the backyard where the dog is. No maintenance, zero maintenance, no more puddles, no more tracking in mud and dirt into the house. NOLALGD.com is the website. Check out their installations. Call them and get an absolutely free estimate, including installation of artificial turf or even a chipping and putting green in your backyard before Christmas next Thursday. NOLALGD.com. NOLALGD.com. Corey Johnson with you. Wide Open Wednesday. Yeah, you're right. 5 o'clock power hour. A little cloudy outside, but nice, around 60 degrees. Tomorrow, 73 is the high. As a matter of fact, outside of Friday, like tomorrow night, it's going to be a little rain, a little cool front coming in. Temperatures are going to drop like 5 to 10 degrees from what they are right now. But outside of that, today included, for about the next week to 10 days through Christmas next Thursday, basically waking up to the high 50s every day, creeping into the 60s and topping out around 72, 73 degrees, like 57 to 73 for the next week, week and a half, including 8 days from right now, Christmas, a week from tomorrow, Christmas Day, a week from tomorrow, 15 days till New Year, 26 days till Junket Cantrel is gone. Can't come soon enough. Mayor Cantrel has Mayor-elect Moreno's banners, her inauguration banners that were put up at Gallier Hall at Moreno's expense, removed by the city. The city's paying tax dollar money to get them removed because Junket Cantrel can't stand them being up. Can't stand it. Can you imagine her office with the, her staff, bunch of flunkies? I'm still mayor for 26 more days. I don't care if Elena Moreno's council vice president. I don't care if she's mayor-elect. She can put up the banners at Gallier Hall when she's mayor. I'm mayor. Take them down. And then someone in her staff, someone that's barely competent, was like, we talked to their people. We told them to get the people, Solomon Group apparently, that put them up, to take them down. And they either responded like, okay, give us a few days, or all right, we'll talk about it, get back in touch with you, something like that, where Cantrell said, the hell with that. I'm not waiting. Get a city employee out there and get those banners down. And that's exactly what happened. Petty, pathetic, insecure, belligerent Junket Cantrell reportedly used city dollars to take down Mayor-elect Helena Moreno's inauguration banners, which were approved by the city and approved by Gallier Hall. No, we're in a financial crisis in Junket Cantrell because she's so petty and insecure, spending these, valuable city dollars on something as, petty and pathetic as banners, because she wants the control. I'm the mayor, not Mayor-elect Moreno. She's mayor-elect. Can you hear it? I'm mayor. She's mayor-elect. That means she's not mayor yet. Like all that, just, I used to call it the Morial threes. Mark Morial would, New Orleans is a great city. New Orleans is a fantastic city. New Orleans is an excellent city. Just repeats the same thing like 3 times to either stretch the speech, some kind of weird emphasis that he thinks is going on. You say it right the first time, it'll be emphasized. Whatever. I call it the Morial threes. Mark's not stupid. Mark's very smart. Some things I wouldn't want to go up against a test with Mark. Mark's Georgetown educated. Jesuit. He's not stupid at all. The opposite. Educated and smart. But he still goes with the, Morial threes. Helena Moreno, Junket Cantrell is just famous for, he was thirsty. He got a glass of water. They opened the refrigerator and pulled out the gallon jug. They took the cap out and took the cap off, proceeded to pour water from the jug into the glass. He then recapped the jug, put the jug back in the refrigerator, and closed the refrigerator door to keep the water cool in the future. He then proceeded back to the counter where he grabbed the glass with his right hand, put it to his lips, and consumed the water, therefore quenching his thirst. It's like, really? He's thirsty, he had a glass of water. That's it. But she loves that, nonsensical babble, just stretching out something forever. Anyway, Mayor-elect Moreno's banners at Gallier Hall removed with taxpayer money, reportedly, because Mayor Junket Cantrel is an insecure, pathetic human being. Speaking of insecure and pathetic, Irvin Mayfield got a new gig, and the Times-Picayune had an article about him, redemption, second chance, stole $1.3 million from the library system. He's commenting on second chance and brings up Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong went to a youth detention center. He got a second chance. I'm a trumpeter, and I went to jail, and I'm getting a second chance. Same thing. And then just bringing up Louis Armstrong. I mean, it's telling. Like, there's a gazillion people you could bring up in New Orleans history that committed a crime and got a second chance. The problem is, first off, he's comparing himself to Louis Armstrong. Like, he was a great trumpeter. I'm a great trumpeter. He was a trumpeter in the past. I'm the trumpeter for New Orleans in the future or now. It's like, dude, Louis Armstrong's maybe the most recognizable New Orleanian in the history of our great city. You're no Louis Armstrong in talent as a trumpet player, not even anywhere in the same ballpark stratosphere anywhere. It's a joke. So just the narcissistic, egomaniacal mentality of Irvin Mayfield, besides being a deviant criminal, he thinks he's Louis Armstrong, like the modern day Louis Armstrong. And then what makes it worse, he's comparing Louis Armstrong. You went to a detention center. You want to know why? He found a pistol and shot the pistol in the air, shot a bullet in the air. So rightfully, they put him in this youth detention center. I thought he was like 13 or 14 when it happened. Two things. It happened on New Year's Eve, and he was 11 years old. I mean, I got to laugh out loud. Louis Armstrong was 11, so he's just a child, not even a teen, like an adolescent, a youth, 11 years old. It was New Year's Eve. He was celebrating and found a gun, shot it in the air, sent him to a youth detention center where he learned to play the trumpet. The rest is history. Irvin Mayfield stole $1.3 million, not 30 grand. That would be criminal. Not 30,000, not 130,000. That would be insanely criminal. 1.3 million from inner city kids, mostly black inner city boys and girls in New Orleans. He stole from the Orleans Parish Public Library system. Just a scumbag, a deviant piece of crap. Yeah, you stealing 1.3 million as an adult and spending it like a drunk sailor at port, $1,200 room service breakfast at the Ritz-Carlton in New York, gold-plated trumpet, I think it was $16,000 trumpet case that Louis Vuitton made. Just obnoxious. Rich and wealthy people don't spend like that. He's comparing stealing 1.3 million from New Orleans youth to an 11-year-old Louis Armstrong on New Year's Eve finding a pistol and shooting the gun in the air to celebrate New Year's. Yeah, that's a really good comparison. Just crazy. Diabolically insane. Just so narcissistic. Like I said earlier, Irvin Mayfield stares in the mirror at himself and likes what he sees. What an ego. Yeah, you're Louis Armstrong, and 1.3 million from inner city kids. That's equal to an 11-year-old inner city kid shooting a gun in the air on New Year's 100 years ago. Delusional. I mean, it's funny. Yeah, from Junket Cantrel to Irvin Mayfield. What a couple of jokers. Border Patrol Commander Greg Bovino back in Chicago. Maybe Operation Catahoula Crunch is over. President Trump to speak tonight. It's the best is yet to come speech. Talks about 11 months of accomplishments. It's funny. I guess I'll tune that in if I remember. Seriously. Might get caught up in a good Rob Reiner movie. Jefferson Parish, the council elects an unqualified person. I was trying to get Kim Chatelaine on the show, the Inspector General of Jefferson Parish, to discuss. Saturday, 2:30 kickoff from Oxford, Mississippi. Yeah, you friggin' right. Green Wave fans, New Orleans, doesn't get any better than this. 12-team final, the 12-team college football playoff, first round. Tulane, a prohibitive underdog in Oxford, Mississippi against Ole Miss. Ole Miss has a lot of turmoil. Their coach is the LSU coach now. Some of the LSU future coaches are back at Ole Miss coaching just for this game. Then they'll return to Baton Rouge. Frank Wilson reportedly is going to be hired in Oxford and join the staff at Ole Miss. Chambliss, their star quarterback, like all SEC QB, he's reportedly entering the transfer portal. They may not play him Saturday. They may go to their backup quarterback Saturday. Ole Miss, their mind cannot be right for this game. Coupled with, I don't care how right it could be, if it's perfect, subconsciously, the back of their mind, they're looking at the win 12 weeks ago, 45-10. Just dominating Tulane, reading the press clippings. Ole Miss, a great team. Tulane doesn't deserve to be there.
Look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Scott Craig of Katie's Restaurant.
All of my ingredients are fresh. Nothing comes out of a can here. Nothing. All of our seafood is Louisiana. All of our vegetables are Louisiana vegetables. It's a neighborhood restaurant.
Katie's in Mid-City.
Tired of cleaning your gutters? Improve the value and look of your home with Leaf Guard gutters. And you'll never have to clean your gutters again. Ever. I guarantee it. Let Audubon Gutters install Leaf Guard gutters today. You'll improve the look and value of your home. And right now is the perfect time during Audubon Gutters' 99-cent installation sale. Call 469-6494 now.
Get out of that gutter and get on the phone. At Audubon Gutters.
Word is, one of the best restaurants in New Orleans isn't even in New Orleans. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville. Cross the lake and taste what you're missing. Tuesday through Saturday. Gallagher's 527 in Mandeville.
Total Maintenance keeps you cool. TM-AC.com, your cool spots. TM-AC.com, your cool spots.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on Magazine, as unique as you.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe. Some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab. Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe.
Yeah, you right. Wide Open Wednesday continues, the 5 o'clock power hour. Hey, if you're not injured or don't have a real claim, but you're trying to take advantage of the system, Kiefer and Kiefer is not for you. But if you have a real injury, if you have a real claim, if you need a real lawyer that can deliver real results, Kiefer and Kiefer is for you. A New Orleans law firm for decades committed to their clients. A real law firm that knows where the courthouse is located, can go to trial for you. For more information, to learn more, to find out more, KieferandKiefer.com. KieferandKiefer.com. Wide open Wednesday edition of the program, 5 o'clock powwow. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. Yeah, you're right. Right-leaning Quinn Hillier, left-leaning Ellis Hennigan. I love getting these guys on. They are diametrically opposed political ideology-wise, but they have a great conversation. They common sense. They don't raise their voice. They don't call each other names. They just have a real thoughtful, intelligent conversation. I learn something from these two guys every time they join us. 5 o'clock powwow tomorrow, another edition of Hillier and Hennigan. By the way, you want a little preview of what they're about? Quinn Hillier, spelled with one N, Quinn Hillier, Hillyer. QuinnHillier.com's the website. You can read it, check out all his stuff. Ellis Hennigan, left-leaning Ellis, Hennigan.com, Hennican, Hennigan.com. No, check them out. And check them out tomorrow in the 5 o'clock powwow. I love Thursdays. Bradley Schneller from StackedCoaching.com joins us. Want to get in shape? StackedCoaching.com. Go to their website. Join the gym. Get him and her membership to Stacked Coaching. StackedCoaching.com. Now, Bradley has some sayings. Now, it's not like he made them all up. People have said these before, but these are his, and they're accurate. Consistency over time equals success. It's so true. Consistently going into Stacked Coaching over time, you will see results quickly. You want to be successful? Hang around successful people. You want to be fit? Hang around fit people. And then I love this quote from Bradley Schneller. Nutrition is for weight loss, like what you eat. That's for weight loss. Fitness is for wellness, like physical and mental well-being. That's what working out is. You can't outwork a bad diet. So folks that work out and they're like, that's so I can go eat that shrimp po' boy 5 days a week. Doesn't work that way. Nutrition is for weight loss. You want to lose the gut? You want to lose weight? You don't have to do any working out. Just have a, calorie deficit every day. You're burning 2,000 calories every day. You're consuming, 1,800. You're going to lose weight. You're burning 2,000 calories a day. You're eating 2,500. You're going to gain weight. That's that simple. End of story. Nothing else to know about. So nutrition is for weight loss. Fitness, going to the gym, that's for wellness. So he's about diet and fitness. Now, I went in going, whatever, I'm just going to do the fitness part. What's nice is organically, naturally, when you're doing all this fitness and you're going as many days a week as I go, you want to see results, so you're not going to eat crap. Do I still go get a fried shrimp po' boy at Domalice's? You bet. Maybe once a week, every other week. Not 3 times a week I'm eating a fried shrimp po' boy. Do I still go to, Shortstop and get a roast beef? You bet. Like once a week. Not eating that 3 times a week. And I think the roast beef, probably a lot healthier than a fried shrimp, I Raising Cane's is like my emergency go-to. When it's late night and get a good meal in, I have to get a meal quick, whatever. Maybe every other week. It's fried, French fries, ketchup, So I eat a lot less fried. I'm kind of conscious of what I eat. And I eat a lot less processed food, like anything that comes in a box that is processed. Very little of that, surprisingly. Used to live off that stuff. And then, I love M&Ms. I love Coca-Cola. Sundays, like my, quote, cheat day. I might have a Coke on Sunday. I might have some M&Ms. I might go get some ice cream, something like that. Have a little sugar on Sunday. That's about it. So working out at the gym and doing it a lot, you don't want to waste it and just go eat like crap or go drink a lot. And, so It's the great thing. You don't have to go in thinking all this crap like, I'm going to go join the gym and then they're going to push the diet on me and all. Just go join the gym. Get moving. That's the first step. And then the rest will take care of itself. StackedCoaching.com is the website. StackedCoaching.com. Membership. What a great Christmas present. What a great New Year's resolution. StackedCoaching.com. Go check it out. Go join. Tomorrow, Bradley Schneller will join us. He joins us every Thursday talking about nutrition and fitness. He's an expert. Otherwise, I would not have him on the show. He knows what he's talking about. And he's practical about it. Yeah, and as I said, Hillier and Hennigan tomorrow. It is Christmas, a week from tomorrow. Get her or him some great sunglasses. We live in New Orleans. We need them year-round. Art and Eyes on Magazine has about 4,000 frames in that great boutique to choose from and a great staff that'll help you out. Art and Eyes on Magazine. Sunglasses for a Christmas present. Yeah, don't get them sunglasses that everyone else has. Get them eyewear that's as unique as you, designer-driven, the best quality in the world. You're going to be shocked. This place is incredible. Art and Eyes on Magazine. Google them. Corey Johnson with you. Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour on a wide open Wednesday. More than halfway through the week. Boy, next week and the week after, for most folks, are going to be short weeks. Christmas falls on a Thursday. New Year's Day on a Thursday. So for a lot of people, next week's going to be a Monday, Tuesday work week. Taking off Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after. Following week, 2-day work week, Monday, Tuesday. Taking off New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, the day after. Fading into a weekend. A couple of 5-day weekends back to back. Some folks, because it's the end of the year, they got the wherewithal to do it. They're going to work like Monday, Tuesday next week. You won't see them again until 2026. Till 2026. They're going to 5-day weekend and then make it a 7-day the next week. Basically taking about a dozen days off in a row. Yeah, Christmas, 8 days away. A week from tomorrow. Wow. That's Blue Boy barking up a storm, saying have a great evening. See you tomorrow, straight up 4 o'clock right here. Down, Blue Boy, down.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson.
Blue Boy.
On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333.
Blue Boy, gotta be quiet.
Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM. WSLA New Orleans.
It's 6 p.m.
Good boy. Good boy, Blue. Good boy.